Another video, midnight talk, a little bit late. I overslept a little. It was good sleep though. I appreciated that. Thank you, Lord. And walked the dogs, made coffee, showered, shit and shave. Well, I didn't shave. Uh, but I'm a little bit late because I'm watching Cowboy Clown's video where he went live and he's talking about me. And he just can't believe somebody on social media, an influencer, he even called me. Who the fuck do I influence? But he says they're going to submit to the judge that a YouTube influencer lied on video and showed that I have my postcard, but I voted no on his poll. How dare I? That's fraud. And he's going to report me to the judge. Man, suck my frog. How's that? I'll be polite for the first couple of minutes, but it don't usually last that long. You're gonna tell the judge listen, people. Do you not think that vice chancellor and that special master looked at that Twitter poll and threw it out the window? Why? Same reason I did what I did. A Twitter poll is how you're going to prove something? Get the fuck out of here. A YouTube poll, see, it was on his channel. And then I made a video and laughed and said, now this bitch is going to do a poll. What's the purpose of a poll on social media? YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. People lie. That's the point. I got my postcard. I voted no. How many other motherfuckers did? That's not fraud, you dumb motherfucker. That's common sense. Oh, there I went. I fucked it up, didn't I? Then, as I'm watching his live, they boot Scavenger. They erase. They erase his comment. I didn't even get to see what it was. And then they went to talk. A Scavenger would never say nothing like that. And Tony's confused. And he's like, well, I clicked on the profile. It takes me to his page. It's him. And they can't believe something happened with Scavenger. And I'm like, fuck, I got to go live before I can find out what happened at the end. Because he's begging him, Scavenger, DM me. Scavenger, DM me. Scavenger don't want to be a part of your shit no more, man. He's woke the fuck up. He's using common sense now. All right. Then how are you vesting yourself hundreds of thousands of ape shares before they're even created? They got a jump start on all the apes that are in their wallet before it's even created. Get the fuck out of here. And Scavenger's finally, I know, Ed. I'm sorry. I tried to be good for a few minutes. What's up, Michael? Ed. Y'all, hey, if y'all just getting here, they might be putting me in jail. Just letting y'all know. Might be going to jail. Because Tony said he's going to file with the judge that I've committed fraud when I lied on his Twitter poll. Let me tell you something, motherfuckers. Your Twitter poll, your Facebook poll, your YouTube poll, that you realize when the judge saw that, she probably laughed. Now, I'm watching some other YouTubers, to be fair, because I only had a few minutes when I woke up and realized what time it was. I said, oh, shit, got to walk the dogs and get in there and get everything done, brush my teeth, make my coffee, shower. The judge is a whole lot smarter than to believe in a Twitter poll. Baby duty. Hey, that's cool as shit, owning the float. That's cool as shit. See, that's a man right there. That's a man right there. That's why I got a lot of respect for owning the float. He's the person that carries himself like a fucking man. And when he says something, he means it and he backs it up. Not like the cowboy clown. It's over with. TikTok it. 41 minutes ago, they had to object. Now, I know they did. And I'm seeing the shit on Twitter. That's why I was a few minutes late. I had to catch up. I had to shove about 3 hours of research real quick into 30 minutes. But Ethan is posting stuff, which Docket Alarm is not updating. So I don't know where they're getting it, and they won't share the link to where they're getting it. They're a bunch of hoes in that perspective. Well, I apologize for that. I shouldn't have said that. But you should share where you're seeing these documents so that everybody can be on the same page. But we have different beliefs, so they don't want to work together. I can't read the documents. If I could read the shit, I would have been inside that shit right now. Because they mentioned me. And I seen that guy's video. Somebody sent me an email and said, this guy's talking shit about your objections. You need to check it out. When I clicked the link, wouldn't you know, it's stocks and crypto. No big deal. But son, listen to me. Before you make a video talking about how weak somebody's shit is, you should read it first. All right. Unless, of course, stocks and crypto agrees with the lawyers getting $20 million. I mean, he agrees with that, because that's where my argument laid, that these people have not done the work for $20 million. What about where they lie in the documents, okay, and tell the judge that a majority of shareholders has voted for this, and that's just the end of it. The ones that are crying can shut the hell up. And I said, bullshit, a majority did not vote for that. The people there voted for it, but the majority of the shareholders as a large did not. And that's what the law says, and that's what they're trying to change right now. But you agree with that? You think they should be able to do that? Because my argument is weak, right? What about giving Adam Aaron immunity? Let's go ahead and give him immunity so that none of this stuff that's coming up right now, he can be charged with. Let's go ahead and give him that immunity. Stocks and crypto must agree with that, because he said my argument was weak. Now, I've never said anything about stocks and crypto. I've kept my mouth shut about him. I thought he was a nice young man. But since you want to talk about my shit being weak, you better tighten your game up, son. They're trying. They're trying. They got a loophole. They're trying. Hey, Chancery Daily started following me on Twitter today. I sent her that video of mine. Yeah, I sent Chancery Daily that video where I show they stole $800 million, people. $800 million. I went back into the filings, cowboy clown, and I read what they told the SEC, what they told the shareholders that they made. They made $917 million. Lie. That paperwork shows 1.6 billion. So what happened to $700 or $800 million? How come that was never reported earnings to the shareholders? Well, and clickbait. Shut the fuck up. Tony, I ain't spoke the Tiger. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, Tony the Tiger. But you're an expert in finance documents, yet you close your eyes to these facts, and he called me a liar on his YouTube page. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Oh, let me do this real. I ain't even turned this shit on where everybody can see it and know we're live, people. Y'all bear with me. $800 million missing. At least that much. But instead of going and looking at the filing, Tony's going to tell me I'm lying. Look, y'all think I'm playing? Hold on a second. Let me show y'all. I was watching him. I'm up to this part in his live right now. I jump ahead and I watch the chat. Right now, this is where he's talking about me, I think.
As evidence out on any good news. Any good news.
Listen to this shit. Is where he's going to say, I'm telling the judge. We should all.
Barry, what's up, Barry Electronics? What's the good news? You tell me, amigo. Damrick says he hasn't got his postcard. Yeah,
Here it goes.
I'm not going to do a poll tonight because, believe it or not, people are admitting on video that they're. Imagine that, guys. I mean, you all know this is happening, but they're stupid ass enough to admit it on video. Imagine. This is funny because on the Twitter poll that got submitted to the judge, a Twitter poll of 2,000 people said that no one got their postcards.
I'll say it again, people. Do you not think that judge said the same thing I did? What the fuck? You gonna turn in a Twitter poll to me and talk about, well, look, here's the evidence. People on Twitter said, which my point in voting no, even I had my postcard and I did it. And I said, vote no. Just to show you motherfuckers, people will lie. You can't use that in court. And that's what they were trying to do. And that's what the other side did. Our side did. They submitted that. I didn't vote on the Twitter one. I voted on Tony's YouTube one. And I told him, no, I ain't got no postcard, motherfucker. But how many other people did the same thing? No, I don't know. Well, then you can't use that poll. Dumbasses. But I'm fraud. Listen.
We have video evidence of people admitting on camera that they lied on the poll. Hi, here's my postcard, but I just lied on a poll and said I didn't get one. Maybe we should send that video evidence into the court.
Send it in, bitch.
So they can see how valuable that Twitter
Since you'll have respect for me more than y'all.
I mean, we got
you
influencers in this community
social media,
admitting to fraud.
Submitting it to the court.
Lying on polls that are getting submitted to the judge as evidence.
Oh, woe is me. I might as well pack my bags and get ready to go to jail because I lied on a YouTube poll. Huh? They're going to tell the judge on me. He lied on our poll. Man, fuck your poll. I got a poll for you. I mean, that'd be like me going, okay, everybody, who did not get a postcard? And everybody start going, no. Of course it's going to be no, because that's my audience. Yes, tubers, except for their influencers, they watch me. But yes, people don't watch me. So everybody, of course, I seen another YouTuber, and I respect him, but you can't use that type of shit. 87% of the letters that came in was an objection. Yes, that is true. But that's not all of them. That's the same thing they're saying with the fucking vote. What about all these people? We got to count them too. And they were told not to send a letter of support in. But if the judge would have said, okay, if you're for it, send it in. If you're against it, send it in. Then it would matter because the people for it would have had a chance. Tony didn't send anything in. And you know he's a yes voter. I doubt very seriously Mustache sent a letter of support in. And I doubt very seriously so forth and so on. You see the point? So polls of that nature, I mean, they're all right, but you can't use them in court. And I had a feeling Tony was up to something. That's why I did what I did. He admitted that he does videos for views too in that same live. Fucked me up. I texted everybody. I said, is Tony high? He's not drunk. No, why? I said, because in his live, he's telling everybody, I would do videos on Costco, but nobody would watch them. So I do videos on AMC because people watch them. Same thing he accuses people like me of. You're doing it for clicks and views. No, a lot of my videos are to aggravate your ass. I gotta stop cussing. Owning the float. I'm sorry, I forget you with your baby. I ain't supposed to be cussing like that. Mike, what did you miss? Oh my God. You got to get here on time, dog. Because we've been blasting. We got Cowboy Clown on, and where he's going to put me and have me put in jail for fraud. I've committed fraud by lying on his YouTube poll. I told him, I want to tell him, come vote on my poll. Sometimes we don't think about the logistics, people. All right. Sometimes we stop. We need to stop, and you need to think, what would the judge think in this situation? Because that's all that matters. What I think, what this person thinks, however direction we want to take this, there's only one road that's going to lead to the judge. Oh, I'm funny. Oh, I'm so glad I amuse you, doctor. Just kidding, man. I love all y'all. That's why I'm here. Fuck. I'm going to be sitting in this house by myself with the dogs making a video, editing for the next 2 hours. Or I said, man, fuck it. I'll start a midnight live. We can come on and just talk shit. They got a lot of paperwork. They called my name in the paperwork, too. Some 200 and something of y'all got me in trouble because they said straight up, Bubby Gunner taught them how to do this with Chat GPT. I said, oh, shit. And then the judge saw my video, I think. I think the judge saw my video on the $800 million. I know I mean it in a good way too, Doc. He's doing well. He's got that new Dexcom thing that goes on your arm for your phone. Well, you don't have to do that. I don't know why they do that in the commercial, but what, hold on, I got a message here. Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Right. I leave it alone. I leave it alone. I make my investment, and I believe in my leadership. Why sell? Never. Value, BBBY is going under. Thank you. They're already done.
Do y'all recognize that voice?
That one from now on, sure, you can. But, you know, I'm here for an open debate.
Uh-oh.
Hey, for anybody that ever wants to have one, you guys know where this goes. Shout out to owning the float.
He's talking about you owning the float.
The other day, and you just come in and you were telling me about how you had that interaction with Mass Lauren, did the interview with him. Those guys fall on deaf ears. Like you might talk about something with substance, they don't care. They're not there for that. They're looking to generate a click and a view.
I agree.
Straight up, they're not sincere. You are extremely sincere.
Moran's is a pretty smart dude. He's just a dickhead.
The shout out and for the information that was given on how they don't understand. How that, like I said, I want that whole interview with you and Mass.
All right, I'll watch that later. Moran's is a smart dude. He's got a smart team behind him. He could be very, very helpful to everybody, not just GME, but I don't want to get on a Moran's thing. I think he's all right. I don't watch his videos because his head's too big in the screen. Then he puts the helmet on. I'm like, you got to turn his phone sideways. This is the craziest shit. What I found in that document, and I shared with everybody, $800 million worth of ape was sold. Got money for. Because, see, I know some people, I read y'all's comments, and I read y'all's emails. I just don't have time to comment a lot. But some people are saying, well, you can sell or you can give a unregistered share as like a promissory thing for some time in the future. You can do that with an unregistered share. Yes, but it's kind of funny how you got to say it. but you got to register those unregistered shares. If you sell something, if you sell a security, it has to be recorded at the SEC or the DTCC that you've sold those shares. Now, what some of y'all are talking about is, let's say, for example, Wanda, not Wanda, Silver Lake. Silver Lake had a note, which would come time in the future, all right? And when it does, they would have to, they're accountable to hold up to that note's value. And it was with ape shares also. So when they converted that note into AMC shares, they also gave them ape shares. All right. And then it says over and over in this document, people, that they sold for money, cash, $1.6 billion worth of AMC and ape. AMC and ape between 20 and 21. $1.6 billion of AMC and ape was sold to somebody. And I mean, you got a record of who's buying this shit. Oh my God. In Lou's defense, who has not said that? Why didn't you say in Tony's defense, this play will be like no other? I mean, everybody knows that. It ain't like Lou was had a crystal ball and says, this play will be like no other. Just being honest. Honey Horse, good to see you. I got to read the documents. I read one, but it's only one page. I got to have a whole context. I cannot take one page off Twitter and go, oh, look what she said, because there's context to it. Oh, they dumped 4 more million today? I agree. I was flipping through the YouTube videos so fast, if I took time to think about it, I'd remember. Somebody made a point. They're not going to, oh, it was Lou. There you go, Mike. It was Lou. Now, this is an updated one. He said, it doesn't make sense for Antar to sell all their ape. Why? Because they need those ape shares to convert into AMC shares to cover their positions. So I agree with Lou on that. They're not going to, their purpose is not to sell all that they have. They need those apes to turn into AMC. And if y'all remember, about fucking 6 months ago, I did a video. I'll pull that bitch up and show y'all where I called it. It's a trap. The ape trap. All right. They're trapped in this play. If we don't convert, they're trapped. Antara owns all those 200 million shares of ape. GameStop. You know what GameStop's problem is? And this is just me thinking. GameStop needs to get with their people on social media, find out who the gamers are, hire them, and let them develop some online games for GameStop. GameStop needs to catch up with the times. But hiring some of their social media people to write their gamings for them. Oh Lord, what happened? Okay. I can show y'all that picture. She slapped who'd she slap? I ain't read the paperwork. They won't tell us where the fucking link is to go see what they're seeing. And that upsets me. I don't know. Nobody can answer that question. I could tell you historically where I think they're at in this scam. All right. This is the scam they're running, people. All right. This is Froggy Styles sent me that a month ago. And I've read it, logged it away, and I said, that's what they're fucking doing. And one day we'll get some missing pieces of that puzzle. And it came to fruition when I found out they were selling unregistered securities, just like these people were. And these people went to prison. And I don't know, I have to go back because I hadn't read it in a month, how much money they stole. But as of right now, I can account for AMC and Adam Aaron and them stealing $800 million, I believe. They should buy into a gold mine. Somebody needs to come on. And one of them, y'all know what I'm doing. And one of them going to tell me, I invite whoever wants to come on and talk about this. I was, you lying motherfucker. Because I reach out to you almost 4 or 5 times a week, but he won't talk to me. Because he thinks I want to be confrontational with him. And I don't want to be confrontational with him. Whoop. Y'all know what time that is, huh? I just woke up. I ain't been up 2 hours. Fuck. That's a good sleep, though. I don't usually sleep that long. I sleep for 3 hours at a time, get up 3 hours at a time, get up 3 hours at a time. Has anybody got the link to these documents that Ethan is showing on Twitter? Because, see, that's another thing. I know it's the truth, but just because somebody posts something up there that looks like this does not mean that's a true document. But I believe him. Yeah, I believe him. But I'm saying you just can't look on Twitter or Reddit and say, oh, look, this is what it says. No, it's bullshit. I would interview Trey. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Because before I could interview somebody on the show, I would have to know that it's going to be a balance, that I'm not just going to be driving the shit out of them. And I know too much. I know too much that's Trey's done to where I couldn't be nice to him about it. Because I feel about the same for him as I do Adam Aaron. I'm just not vocal on it. Because he's young and he has an opportunity to redeem himself. And I don't want to push him in a direction that you shouldn't push a person. Because that's a lot. We talked about that the other night. That's a lot of pressure on a young man. Even if, let's just say, for example, he did sell out and he did take some money. All right, as a young person, he didn't know any better. His father had died. He don't have any fucking family that he could turn to for advice or help. So he done what he thought was best as a young man. And he was wrong. But it's, let God deal with him. I don't have to deal with him. One day, you know, I don't have to tell y'all. But now, see the difference though when I know somebody like Cowboy Clown? Yeah, I'm gonna get in your shit. You called me a liar. You called me a liar? Me? So it's on between me and that motherfucker. Unless he publicly apologizes for calling me a liar, it's on between me and the Cowboy Clown. How dare you tell people I lied to them about this case? He would have done better by saying, I read the same thing he read and we have a differing of opinion. You can do that. But you don't call me no damn liar. You refuse to go to that document and open it up and look at those financials and see the truth. Instead, you call me a liar. Come vote on this poll I got. Y'all want to take a poll? How do I take a poll on this motherfucker? I know you can. You got to be able to. I'm going to fuck around and delete the live. There's got to be a place. Add a source. No. Oh, man, they got all kind of updates to this thing since the last time I watched it. AA son. Let me tell you something. I watched some of Al's videos about that. And, of course, he's passionate. But I got to thinking about that. And I said, you know, what kind of man puts their children in the middle of this kind of shit? Huh? For what they've done. Right now, on the surface, without a complete audit of the books, we're looking at $800 million, and that's a lot of jail time. Who would bring their family into a scam like this and make them part of it? Don't make no sense to me. I would never tell my daughter, hey, won't you join me in this adventure where we're scamming retail investors and taking all their money so that you can go to prison when it gets found out? I would never do that to my children. She said she wasn't going to do that, crypto. She said it was going to take her some time. I think I know what's going on. I think I know, but I have to read the documents of the updated today shit because they had till midnight to object to me. Now, I haven't seen any response. Maybe I need to check my emails, but I didn't get nothing saying that they objected to my objections. But maybe Ethan and them have it and they just not sharing it with everybody. Maybe it was the kid's idea. Well, who would bring their 78-year-old, however old fucking Adam Aaron is, who would bring their daddy into that shit? Now, when me and my brother were gangsters, our daddy found out and he said, son, y'all fucking this up. Let me show y'all how to do it. And then we just watched. Oh, I understand that. No, don't get me wrong. If you do the crime, bitch, get ready to do the time. You missed everything, James. Everything. We've been rocking for 33 minutes and we've talked about everybody but Jesus. We'll talk about Jesus later. Mike, are you? No, it can't be. Mike, what's your name? I gotta ask it straight out. Ooh, we got so many people, and I heard them talking about that too. They said, they all are on a phone circuit together. They all do this, and I'm like, bitch, you don't talk to Scavenger. You don't talk to Casey on the phone. You don't. Come on, man. Before you put an argument against me, you better have your shit tight. Well, they communicating on the phone. So are y'all. Telling me you never called KC Shaw. Mike the Marine. Are you the Marine? You can't be the Marine or you'd show up as the Marine on here, huh? Honey horse. You GPT'd some wine. Looks like she GPT'd one glass too many, darling. All right. Boomer's going to go over there. He wanted some wine too. You got to save some shit. Yes, I believe Adam Aaron's fixing to get his ass run off. Listen, the head don't ever take the fall. the one at the bottom. And believe it or not, the CEO is the bottom of that rank. The CEO is not the top of the food chain. The CEO is the bottom of this food chain. It goes the founding members. See, people don't even talk to y'all about the founding members. There's the CEO, the board, and the founding members. All right. That's why you can never. It's all an illusion that we own the float and we own the company. No, listen. There's a founders committee that founded this company years. They're the ones in the shadows that you never hear about. And they talk to the board. And they tell the board what they want. And the board implements it. That's how that works. Or the board tells the CEO and the CEO implements it. But on this food chain, Adam Aaron is the bottom of it. The board will get rid of Adam Aaron. As soon as they figure out that he's become a liability instead of an asset, Adam Aaron's ass is gone. Today's documents, Tank. Today they put out a document, or it's on Twitter that they put out a document that says, hey, good to see you too. It says, this many people sent in these objections, and they used Al from Boston and Ethan and forget who else, Uncle Frank's. They used their templates and sent in their objections. So basically what she said with that was, if they can defeat their argument, A. Matthews, Frank, and Ethan, if they can defeat their arguments, then they can wipe out all of them objections. And on our side of the fence, they had about 100 and something that they said sent in emails and letters that used the template I did. And it specifically says that I taught y'all how to do that on ChatGPT. And I said, uh-oh, I can't be in trouble for that, because all I did was just share wisdom of how to use ChatGPT to write a legal brief or a legal letter. I can't be in trouble for that. But what they're saying is, if they can defeat my argument, well, then all the ones that are standing behind me get swept off the board too. So it's both. If they can defeat A. Matthews and their argument, they wipe those people off the board. If they can defeat my argument, they wipe all of us off the board, and then we see who's left standing. But I'm telling y'all, people, I haven't read it, but they don't have no objection to my objections. Number one, they're going to agree with me. All right, I guarantee you. I have not read the paperwork, but I would have to say that they have to agree with my objection against the lawyer fees. They're going to agree with me on that. And they're going to say, never mind on 20 million, we'll take 10. And I'm going to tell them, suck a 10's dick, because you didn't do $10 million worth of work. But I expect them to agree with me on the legal fees. They'll probably resubmit for another amount. So right there, I know that I got one that they're going to agree with me on. I got one that I know because I put it there for them to be able to defeat that argument, because that's where I wanted their focus. I wanted their focus on the one that they thought would be easy to beat, and they went in there and they probably dissected that argument of mine and defeated it. But what you missed, and what I'll tell y'all coming up soon, is I planned that. I believe it's the second one. I believe the second objection was a trap for them, and I meant for them to overcome that objection. But my objection on the legal fees and the misrepresentation of the facts, you cannot get over. There's no way around it. Now they'll throw out, well, in Mercantile versus Philly, bitch, you better hope Mercantile versus Philly says something, because it don't. That's right. Everybody that's a subscriber to my channel, I'm putting in, I want $20 million, and it's going to be divided up between everybody that's a member on my channel. And to become a member on my channel, it's going to cost you $9.99. What's up, Michael James? Oh, Amber, I appreciate it. And oh shit, I forgot I could show y'all stuff up here, huh? I forgot I could do this. Thank you for all your hard work. You're welcome, sweetheart. I'd be sitting here doing nothing but watching YouTube videos of people talking about Adam Aaron and on YouTube if I was not consumed in this work. I can't wait to get my hands on those new documents. People, y'all don't understand. When I love this kind of work. I told my dad, I said, Dad, I said, I'm getting to the point where I'm about to take the cabinet doors off the cabinets at home. And he said, why? I said, if I don't, I forget to take my medicine. And it's because the door's shut and I don't think about it and I forget. And when it comes to this, I've got almost a photographic memory. I could tell you on what page, what line, and what color I highlighted that son of a bitch from a document that I read a month ago. I did it last night for y'all when I said, I think that's on page 27. And I was right. But I can't remember simple shit. I don't know. Docket alarm. Ethan posted that he also contacted Docket Alarm wanting to know why won't they update the website and let us know what's being filed. And they're saying they're having technical issues. There's a glitch in the matrix over there at Delaware Court. Now, we can go down that rabbit trail, people, but it would be no use to anybody to go down that rabbit trail. See, but you do, if I showed you my table right here in front of me, I've got, I hate to tell y'all what this is. It might hurt his feet. Oh, he's awake. I better not show y'all. That's his medicine. But if I don't set it there, I'll forget to give it to him. Flea pills. If I don't set it here, I forget to give it to him. Oh, this is mine. I got to take this. Potassium. I started taking potassium pills because the original Tesla said that potassium, if you have the right balance of potassium, you could travel in time. So that's what I take potassium now. I'm trying to get that level of potassium in my system. It has been. They're posting it on Twitter, but they haven't shared the link with anybody. No, I've asked Mike. Don't have the link. I've asked Mike, did he have the link? And he said no. He don't. He's getting the same shit. He's getting it from Ethan. And exactly what you're saying. Let me pull that shit up here for you. Why hasn't the special master report released today been disseminated by you dudes? Like I've seen like 3 pages from Mike and 2 pages from the other dude. Nobody wants to share the last page. I haven't got the link to it. Docket Alarm is not updated their website with it yet. And that's where you go for updates. Now, where they're getting the link and going and getting the copy, the actual copy of what happened today in the special master's report, where she talks about me and Al from Boston and Uncle Frank and Ethan and Tuttle. So now I'm thrown in there with all these guys, huh? But none of them will work together. Nobody will give you the link to where the shit's at. Well, you just have to be blind. Well, then keep the community blind, except for who follows you on Twitter. That's some jive shit. I love a good baked potato. You can bet all my shares. I bet the house, I put everything on the fact that I know Adam Aaron is shorting AMC. Now, maybe not in the context of what you would think shorting is, but here's an example. It was June 27th, that Silver Lake, I think it was, wanted to flip their notes over to AMC shares. January 27th, 2021. January 27th, 2021. Silver Lake flipped their notes into common stock. What happened on January 28th? Do y'all understand that? We ran up, and on January 27th, they converted their notes over to AMC shares and dumped them motherfuckers into the market to us. And yes, that's how he is shorting AMC. Now, he may not be doing it himself, but he gave them the means to continue to do it. When he gave out, oh my God, he must have gave out over 100,000 shares or 100 million shares. 100 million shares of ape shares. He's giving that away to people, including themselves. They were vesting themselves ape shares before they was even created. I'm ahead of you, Lance Fly. This is a mini cigar. That's right there. Wait, I'm fixing to go dark on y'all's ass. We're gonna be podcasting it for a few minutes. So if you gotta go to the bathroom, get you a cold beverage, I'll roll you a fat one. This could come down to, see, here's the thing about protesting against AMC, because I'm down with that. I'm down. I can't go to Washington. I'm too crippled. But I can get in the car. I could drive 2 exits and get off and go to the AMC theater and hold a sign and say, Adam Aaron is a fucking thief. And he stole all our money. And if you go in there and watch a movie, then you support him. But then again, that would hurt the very company that I have my money invested in and that I'm trying to save. I don't want nothing bad to happen to the theater, but I want Adam Aaron's ass to go to jail. I really am taking. What's funny about that? I got a chair sitting outside because by the time I get outside, go down the ramp, and I get to the front yard, I have to sit down. There's nothing funny about that. But I can't sit for fucking hours on a airplane. That's why I'm kind of worried about having to go to Delaware. And I can't leave an 83-year-old man or 84-year-old man by himself to fly to Washington. So I couldn't make it. But I was there in spirit. I love every time I see video clips of that. I'm like, fuck yeah. Wasn't but what, 75 people, but 75 people was able to take a stand. And that's something. All right, this person here, I'm going to answer this question. What are the chances that Adam Aaron goes to jail? I'm going to be honest with you with this answer, okay? It's just my belief. Don't take it out of context. This is only what I believe. But I believe that judge, that vice chancellor, I think she wants to see Adam Aaron go to jail. She knows what he's done. He was just in front of her court. He's an embarrassment. You was just there in November and you come right back. In the criminal realm, when a criminal keeps coming back in front of the judge, what does the judge usually do to that motherfucker? Experience, I'll tell you, they slam you. So I think that she's aware of what Adam Aaron has done to shareholders in the past. She knows what he's done to us now, but she doesn't have that authority to do anything about it. But she can pass the word to her DOJ friends in Delaware, because she used to be Department of Justice. And if she passes the word that this man has sold and profited $800 million motherfucking dollars and didn't inform the shareholders, he'll go to jail. We're just going to have to see. We're going to have to see. But I don't understand that. Don't y'all realize that in the end, do y'all not think this is the end? Do y'all think this is going to keep going for another 2 years? Because see, at the end of the movie, the good guys always win. And the bad guys jump from a tall building thinking they're Superman. This is the end of the show. So the good has to win. I believe he's going to be their fall guy. There's no way people of Philip Lauder's upbringing, meaning the people that he knows, there's no way he's going to go down with Adam Aaron. Why do you think he voted to abstain? He wanted to distance himself from Adam Aaron. Me too. I talk about Costco, but nobody watched the video. That motherfucker straight up, every video he does, you clickbaiters and y'all don't do nothing. Why do y'all always talk about AMC? And then he's going to say, I do a video on Costco, but nobody will watch it. So you only do videos for people to watch? Spin and grin. I agree. That's exactly. Ape, listen, a share of ape means it's a share locate for an AMC. If Antara can short 200 million AMC because they can lay claim to, well, I've got 200 apes, which are AMC. So they can short AMC again. Right now, they can short. Holding on to those apes, and they can use those for a locate. And they can say, well, I own these apes and they're AMC, so I can short it. And they'll say, yeah, because one day they will be, unless we don't let it. Pet rocks. Talking about how smart the human race is. Motherfuckers used to buy pet rocks from Spencer's. Is one of the stores that used to sell them here in the mall. When I was a kid, they had a store called Spencer's. They sold pet rocks. I'm like, man, I want a pet rock. My dad's like, motherfucker, we got 1,000 of them in the yard. Go pick you a dog. Go pick you a rock. Why charts AMC shares outstanding? Yes. Okay. You want me to share my screen and show everybody what you're talking about? I'm checking it out. I can share my screen and let y'all see it too, huh? chart. Oh, wow. January. In January 21, they say they had 216 million shares. Now we get to the top of it right here around July 2021. We're at 513 million. It stays consistent there until what? August 4th. August 4th is when APE was created. All right. Do you see that? This, thank you for bringing this up. This is a chart of AMC's outstanding share count. Okay. And right now, AMC share count is 1.55 billion shares of AMC outstanding. Okay. Now, the way they came up with that was all this time, it was 513 million. Then on August 4th, APE's created, and it's considered an AMC share. So, boom, AMC went up to a billion. Why? Because on August 21st, we got 500 million apes. 517 million apes was added. So those are AMC shares. So now AMC's float is a billion. And then you keep going and going and going until eventually he makes the next sale. And eventually it becomes 1.5 billion AMC shares. Now, are there that many shares of AMC? No. But that many apes are an AMC share, so it's counted in the float. Pet Rock Miner, did you get a memo? We was talking about pet rocks over here. We all talking about pet rocks. Was y'all watching what I just showed y'all? That they're counting on Y charts. They're counting AMC as having 1.5 billion shares outstanding. And you can say that because those are how many apes are out there too. But now, wait a minute. I found one instance where he got rid of 44 million. So that's 44 million more apes or 44 million more AMC, however you want to look at it. So we've got a float probably at 2 billion right now. You say they're wrong. I agree with I understand exactly what they're saying. Let me bring back over here. I'll show you. I see exactly what they're saying. And I agree with them. What was the float on June 30th? 516. What was the float on August 4th? 516. What was the float on August 22nd? 1 billion. Why? They added 517 million apes. And an ape is no more than an AMC locate. That's all ape is a AMC locate. Just like that coin that everybody talked about, that's all AMC is. So I agree with Y charts. Highcroft's going to start selling gold-colored pet rocks. Yeah, I'll buy one. Come on now. Who bought the Adam Aaron with his face on it, the silver coin? When I seen that, I said, oh, bitch, come on. Do you not know how retail's feeling about Adam Aaron right now? And you're going to put his face on the coin? You can't sell 5 million apes. See, the thing about it is, if you take into consideration Y chart and you look at it from Y chart's perspective, which I do, that's how I look at it. The float of AMC is really 1.5 billion because you got to convert it. That's why he wants to do a reverse. Well, it's not why he wants to do a reverse stock split, but that's the purpose of the reverse stock split, to get it down from 1.5 $5 billion all the way down to 144, 150 million. That's the purpose of the reverse stock split. In the real world, now in the Adam Aaron world, they're trying to erase 90% of what they've done. See, everybody talks about they're trying to take 90% of my shares. No, they're trying to get rid of 90% of the shit they've sold and they don't have. Yeah. It ain't got nothing to do with they don't want me to do this. No, they doing it to cover their ass. They've sold, I would estimate they've sold somewhere around 100 million AMC shares, APE shares off the books. Off the books. There's no way we need an independent auditor to go in there and look at them books and find out how many shares of APE they have sold before it was even created. They were selling it and putting the money in their pocket. No, we haven't lost a court case. Now, I did read one thing, but like I said, I don't like talking about shit because I haven't read the whole document. But I did read where the special master has recommended to the court to deny all interveners. Me, Ethan, Tuttle. It was just broad. She said, I think you just need to deny them all. And she gave her reasoning. Now, I have not sat down with the document and read it and get a feel of what's her tone as she writes this letter, why she's doing that, why she's recommending that. I did read where she said intervention at this point is moot. All right. That basically you have to wait to find out what the judge is going to say at the settlement hearing before you can intervene. But I haven't read the document. I don't understand why she'd say that yet. Yes, reverse stock split of Highcroft. They're going to do a reverse stock split, a 1 to 10 or up to 1 to 25. They don't even know. Probably whatever was going on at the diamond mine is going on at the Highcroft gold mine, and they're fixing to do some erasing over there too. Oh, it's crazy. If you break down all of my transactions, and people are like, well, what's your average? This ain't none of your business what my average is. But my highest one is 42 something. And my lowest one is $1. Oh, well, no, not for AMC. Well, I could say, yeah, I own all the shares of APE that I bought. They're AMC shares, and we're just trying to keep that motherfucker. Man, listen, it's not about deleting our shares, people. It's about deleting what they've done. If they can get through this reverse stock split, everything that they've sold can be erased, and they start over. Oh, you tweeted something to me? Now, do you know if I would have gotten a link to this document? I don't see it yet. Let me send you my Twitter so you ain't got to look. Come on. How do I fucking go over there and do that shit? I don't ever go on Twitter. Oh, I can click my own thing there. Okay. All right. That's my Twitter if you want to DM me something. He tries to wear that old wrinkly ass bullshit because he wants to try to be one of us. Do not think Adam Aaron does not have a tuxedo in his closet. He's a part of the 1%ers. See, the way an arbitrage play actually works is right now, I would want him to convert APE for some of my shares because I got them at $1 something. Because I can get an AMC share at 460. So if I convert from where APE is right now to AMC, there is no arbitrage where they meet in the middle and all that. The bullshit, when they convert theirs, what it don't make a fuck what the price is. It's they're gonna get the price of what an AMC share is. Fuck yeah, Adam Aaron's rich. He's part of the 1%ers. Do you think they put a poor motherfucker there to run AMC? That motherfucker's got so much money hid, it's stupid. Well, I would expect that kind of dividend to come from Sundial. Okay. I'm refreshing so I can get the message. All right, I see it. 1 second. That's some crazy shit. I can't show everybody that. Oh, well, that's some good shit. Pornhub, the story about a CEO who screwed more investors than Stormy Daniels did clients. I can show everybody that. Fuck it. The story of a CEO who screwed more investors than Stormy Daniels did clients. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. Yes, I see how the timeline matches up. I'll be right back. We'll talk about that. Yeah. Ow. Give Daddy a few more minutes now. I'll do it. Making some coffee. All right. Did I hear about the leak? Yeah, I'm one of the ones that broke the story about the leak. If you're talking about the one on the board, somebody leaked the information about the Antara deal. Oh my God, if y'all just know, just walking to the bathroom and back, how bad my back hurts. I gotta put my back brace on for a few minutes. Everybody keeps asking me about that Ape Strong Together documentary. The only one I've seen is from a year ago almost. Is this is a new one? dumb money. Where's it at? Where can you watch it? I think, y'all, I really can't tell y'all what I really think, because a lot of y'all would have a heart attack if I told y'all what I really think. But it's like being in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico during a hurricane, and you just have to ride this motherfucker out. That's where it's at, $16 on Amazon. I wouldn't pay $16 to watch Creed 3 or Million. I can believe that. I can believe that spinning grin, because I've got evidence. I can point, and I cannot just say I think they used social media and Reddit to hype this up so that shareholders would buy, and as we bought, the price run up, and they converted all their shit. It's on Prime. Fuck, I got Prime. I've got like 9 fucking streaming services, and I own a movie theater. Ain't that some shit? I own a movie theater, and I got 9 streaming services. Why did Roaring Kitty disappear? Well, I got these motherfuckers looking at me like, hey, we got to go somewhere. You better back up, bitch. Boomer got to where he gets aggressive. Watch this shit. What? Want cookie? You want cookie? Who wants a cookie? You want a cookie? Mama's gonna get one. You know, Mom, you better get it. Baby's gonna get it. Now she don't want to move off the pillow. Amazon dumb money. Blood money, ball money.
So much more confident than I've ever felt. They are so.
Amazon Prime. I used to sit here at this table and have Mac Cores on that TV live while I watched the line, and I'd listen to Mac Cores. Apes Strong Together. Amazon Apes Strong Together. Empire of the Apes 2013. Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes. I'm not showing it on Amazon Prime. Amazon. Oh, fuck. That might have been it. What are you doing? Why are you mad at me? Come here. Not you. Back the fuck up, Boomer. Boomer said, I better know who I'm talking to him like that, huh? I'd rather be watching or reading court dockets. I can barely see the damn letters. God damn, I gotta quit it. I gotta do this shit like this. 8 strong. Rent or buy. Available for rent or buy. I could rent it for $5. All right, am I in that motherfucker? Or do they talk about me? Because I'll rent the motherfucker if it says something about me, but I ain't paying $5 to Amazon for some bullshit that I'm living. I don't have to watch the fucking movie. Oh, if I had them court dockets by in the morning, I'd have some shit together. All people equal. That's right. It used to be that. We're not that no more. Peggy go, Peggy, you just showing up and that's what you say? In case y'all missed it, they're going to tell the judge that I committed fraud and lied in their YouTube poll. I did not vote in the Twitter poll. I voted in the YouTube poll because it was his. And I wanted to show him how ridiculous a poll actually is. And the judge feels the same fucking way. Look, Your Honor, everybody on Twitter agrees. Oh, well then, okay. Let's do it because everybody on Twitter agrees. Staged event. The staged event was when, Adam Aaron, a mega rich millionaire, his camera just falls and shows he's not wearing any pants. And everybody went crazy. Oh, naked shorts. He proves it. Yeah, set up. You don't go into shit like that you haven't talked to somebody. Like if I invited On the Float, I'd already have told On the Float, okay, here's what we're going to do. Because we're going to have some fun. But in this case, they're scamming. So yeah, of course he would have told. Or I would assume he did. I mean, that's just my opinion. The only thing I read about the court case, and it's time to go dark again. Y'all know what time that shit is. It's going on 2 o'clock. The only thing about the court case is, and I didn't think about it, but it's no big deal, is that if they can defeat A. Matthews and Ethan and their crew, then they can knock out that many people out of the objection pool. If they can defeat mine, then they can knock out about 160, I think it said, or something like that, of people who used my template. But that's cool. I don't care because I'm ready to see if they can defeat it. They should have put out a document today speaking about specific objections. Spin and Grin, awesome having you here, dog. Pay the $5. Why? I told y'all yesterday how I operate. I have a daily budget, and if I can not spend that $5 there, I could buy 3 shares of vape. Because I try to do what I can on my budget to say if I don't go to the store and buy some donuts, I can buy 3 shares of vape. Okay. I'm not no mega investor like you see some of y'all. I got $500,000 invested in ape, and I'm like, holy shit. That's a lot of money. Damn, I don't have none of my mods on, I think. It's a good thing everybody here gets along. because they know better than to come over here and fuck with me. If they come over here and challenge me, I'll bring them live with me. Oh, don't talk shit on the chat. Let's go live and talk shit. Oh, see what happens when you try not to. Everybody's got a history, but I can believe it. Because they harassed the fuck out that court. When it comes to a conspiracy theory, it's only a theory till you prove it. And it's been a theory until we got a hold of them dockets that the court opened for us or had them open, and we can see. Now we have definitive proof. Yes, you could sell unregistered. I mean, you can give out unregistered shares, sort of in the spirit of, we'll catch you back later with these. All right. But you cannot sell, make money, cash money, and not report that to the shareholders. When you ask me about crypto, I know a lot of people probably do a video tomorrow, at least a cowboy clown. I use SHIB as my piggy bank. All right. And I bought some AMC twice, or I bought a couple shares of AMC and a couple shares of APE with my change the other day. And I had some change left over in the brokerage account. Well, with that, I buy SHIB. And I just let it sit over there. And hopefully one day, if it rips, cool. But if not, if it hits a certain amount to where I can buy just maybe even 10 more shares of AMC, if it hits $50 worth of change in my SHIB account, I sell it and I buy more AMC with it. That's how I do it. That's what I do. China wanting to control American media is not a far-fetched conspiracy theory. Well, okay, well, how about this conspiracy theory? Wanda, which is Chinese-based, they bought controlling interests of AMC. They owned AMC. China did. So when you was going to a movies in 2013, 2014, you was going to a China-owned movie theater. But then they sold out. They cashed in their Class Bs and they got their apes. Believe it or not. And this is back when the Wanda situation was going on. They paid them off in ape shares before ape was even created. And what do you think they did with those? They shorted AMC with it because ape is nothing more than an AMC locate. They just don't know when. Man, y'all got some shit. This is the end of the world, man. Shit going on in Canada. Y'all done set something on fire in Canada and y'all killing everybody in New York with the smoke. This is when I watch Lou videos. Because I know a lot of people like to watch Lou. This is when I watch Lou. Because right now, he's funny. He's out in the smoke looking for his duck. That's funny shit. So I'm watching. I watch Mustache too. Mustache. You need to hit the fast forward button. Oh. If you go back and look at all of my older videos, I'm explaining how AMC, GME, everybody runs all the meme stocks run on the same algorithm. We've talked about that a year ago. But he's just finally getting to the point where he can say that he can admit that, which is cool, because then you take the next step. And I don't know what he said in Tony DeNaro. I don't know what he said in Tony DeNaro's live that upset Tony or his moderators, but they blocked Scavenger. Scavenger's probably waking up and saying, wait the fuck up. Hold on. Because it's easy to say I'm lying. It's easy to say I'm lying. You can't prove it. You cannot disprove what I showed everybody. And Tony's supposed to be a financial genius. Why don't Tony go look? Because he'd rather have his eyes closed. Because if he goes and looks at what I showed y'all, he's going to have to do a video and tell y'all the truth, and he's not going to do that. Scavenger, on the other hand, sounds to me like he's coming out from underneath Tony's wing, and he's starting to see that it ain't sunshine, motherfucker. My objection was what, Debbie? Yeah, well, he got his delusion from Cowboy Clown. But I'm thinking the delusion is wearing off. When everything points to what Adam Aaron has done, and yes, tubers still defend him, and I think Scavengers got to a point where he's like, you know, you can't deny this shit no more. 51 in the house. Listen, them ape shares do them no good as an AMC locate if they can't convert them. So would the conversion cause ape to rocket from where it's at, say $1.60 to 12? Fuck it, say 18, 20. If ape was to run up from where it's at right now to 20, that would not be good. Not if you're holding for the conversion, because who's going to convert a $20 stock into a $5 stock? For all I know, you were just a plant. You talking about me? If I must be a plant, let me be a weed plant. Who's going to pay me? Oh, I know who's going to pay me. AMC's going to pay me. Good night, Michael. Good having you on. Thanks for coming. Oh, when Adam Aaron goes to jail, and that clip of his video of him dropping the camera and showing he ain't have no pants on, oh, that's going to be famous in jail. We're going to let it play out. I'm telling y'all, this is the final act to this play. What's coming up right now? And this is where I could have some good beating music. Boom, boom, boom. This is the final play. And I don't have access to the fucking documents to find out what's going on. But somebody will have a link today. And I'll have it printed out and read and memorized before I come on tomorrow, I hope. And I'll bring the receipts. Oh. What's my plan? I mean, what else can you do? I had shares of Mullen, and they reversed stock split, and I got hammered on those. I got an average of $3.20, I think it is, for Mullen, and it's in 30-cent range. Can you provide a thumbprint? Can you provide Social Security number? Can we see your retina of your eye to open your account? Good God, the fucking safety measures, huh? 51 cents. I got it at $3 even. 3.005. And it's at 51 cents. So I still have that Mullen. Man, I'm glad I didn't buy that motherfucker when it was 80 cents the other day. Every stock, listen, Mullen's not a trash stock. If you buy Mullen right now at 51 cents and it run up to 75 cents and sold, you made a profit. Depends on if you're into bullshit like we've been. I'm going to buy and hold forever. Fuck that. Sooner or later, I got to sell this shit. But I'll get back in when it drops back down. And I'll always be an AMC shareholder, but we're going to get rid of this CEO. Okay. I can only speculate. I have not read anything. I have not read the complete documents, but I think I can tell you she wrote something concerning the 22nd, which I know that's the deadline. They have to send into the court how they process these postcards, and that they got postcards to every shareholder. That's report has got to come up next, I believe. And they're not going to be doing it because I think the special master, I have to read the documents and see the titles in order to know who wrote what. But it was one of them. It was the special master or the plaintiff or the defendant that made the comment that everybody's not getting their postcards. Now, it was the special master. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. You just got an emergency text from the court, believe it or not. Oh my God. The person that just sent me this, that means that you're watching, and I appreciate you. Y'all give me a second just to read this because this is important. Right? This is some important shit. All right, that's some important shit that I'm going to have to take the time. I got to leave it on my phone so I can not forget to look at that. She sent me the link to everything. And she gave me her rundown of what she believes. And I have to go in there and do it. She said that I can't say, she hadn't gave me permission. I can't tell y'all who or what, but somebody just sent me all the links I need. I'll be printing that out in just a few minutes. We'll be ending this and I can dive deeper. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go read the paperwork. Then I'll come back to her message and then I'll understand what her message is about more clearly. And I trust God. So listen, people, we're all here for a reason. I've told y'all, I believe that what I've went through throughout my life has led me up to this. I come to another thought about that too, though. And I said, when David was fighting Goliath, and everybody talks about David was called of God. Well, when he stood up face to face with Goliath, Goliath was called to that position, because there could have never been a battle had not Goliath been fulfilling his mission in life, and that was to face off with David. So all these people, even Adam Aaron, he's there for a reason. And it's possible, and it's just my theory and my belief, all right, that all the evil that he has done throughout all his time in all these companies, people know what he's done. Do not think that vice chancellor's stupid, people. She used to work for the Department of Justice. She knows what he's done. And it's led up to this point where now he is the enemy facing off against David's, more than one. I'm not saying I'm David, but we're facing off against the Goliaths, and that's who's supposed to be here. And it's time for the Goliaths to fall. That's what I believe. And I believe this is the end. And I believe we have the right vice chancellor to do it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care what Cowboy Clown has said. If Vice Chancellor Zern rules against us, then that's the law of the land. All right. You're not going to hear me make videos talking about, oh, Vice Chancellor Zern was paid off. No. If we lose, then it's because we didn't present the argument good enough to where she could intervene and do what she felt was right. It's like I've always told y'all. I believe this woman is wanting to put it to Adam Aaron's ass so bad, and she's just waiting for the right person to stand up with the right argument that she can agree with. And until that happens, the snake continues to slither away. No, it's not that she either settles or doesn't, or she adjusts the settlement. Yes, okay, I didn't finish reading your statement, but yes, that's right. See, goddamn, I mean, what kind of sports analyst would I be if I said, Tampa can beat Philly, but Philly can also beat Tampa, all right? And to say that she'll either agree with the settlement or disagree with the settlement, or adjust the settlement. Shit, you taking all bases, man. You can't do that. Which one do you think she's going to do? Do you think she'll agree with the 1 for 7? Or do you think she'll tell them go back to the drawing board? Which do you think she'll do? She didn't just get out of criminal law. That woman's got a history, y'all, and you ought to go see her picture. There's a lot. Listen, I don't care if it's a picture or not. If you look at the picture of somebody and you look at their eyes and you look at their smile or frown or whatever, you got to see if the eyes and the face, the mouth lines up together. That looks to me like some I want to say homely. She's homely, innocent. But she can't be innocent because she was Department of Justice and seen some shit. But she just has that appearance that in her eyes, she's warm and comforting. And her smile tells you to communicates the same thing. So I don't think that she's a big corporate judge on the take. Just from looking at her picture, she looks like the person who would be a crusader, right? Look at her case history. Chancery Daily. That's why I follow Chancery Daily. And if I have a question, I go ask her about it. And sometimes she responds and sometimes she's busy. But the point is, she studies this vice chancellor's case history. She gets a feel of how this woman would react when certain things are put before her. But why? Because of the case history that she studies. Now, I don't have time to go study the vice chancellor's past cases because that's just not what I do. But why would I? I could just follow her. and watch what she's saying. And if she says, well, this is what I believe, then damn it to hell, you can believe that that's probably the way the vice chancellor sees it too. Why? Because she studies her moves. It's like somebody that studies the world champion of chess and watching their moves. That's what Chancery does. And so whenever she says, this is how this woman's going to look at shit, I go, oh shit, because she's probably going to be right. We're going to see. I got some information I just received that I have to dive deep into. I'm going to give us maybe 4 more minutes, or maybe round this off to 2 hours for y'all. And then I got to get into this paperwork, because people, I live for that shit. I live for it, because I know that before I even open this document up, all right, I got to know first off, whose move is it? It's the plaintiff's move on the chessboard. So this is their move. Let's read this. And I read it. All right. And then I say, okay, the opponent, which is the defense, this is what they have to say. This is their move on the chessboard. Let me give you my move on the chessboard. I got another message. They're talking about how complex these financial documents are written, and that they had to go and ask someone else to take a look at what I sent, because I sent it out, and they're sending me a response back right now. Look at it. If there is a God, there's a God. Does he have humor? Who would have made a giraffe? And then worse than that, Adam and God's walking together, and Adam's going, ooh, let's call that a hippopotamus. And God's like, why would you call that a hippopotamus? I don't know. It just sounds like a cool name. So it became a hippopotamus. Boomer's telling me it's time to go take me for a walk. All right, let's not get on a religious thing, please. I was just making a reference that if you felt as if you were called to fight this battle, then the enemy that you're fighting is also called to be there to fight against you. A giraffe with a sore throat. Can you imagine a skinny hippopotamus? Y'all want to play that game for a few minutes before we get off? Can you imagine? What do y'all want to use? You want to use animals? Can you imagine and say something about an animal? Pizza pockets are done. I don't know what pizza pockets are. I got some pizza rolls up there. I need to cook them for the dogs. Good comedians make you think. Yes. Yes. Like one of my favorite comedians right now. I mean, you have your older historical ones like Eddie Murphy, George Carlin. We talked about them the other night. But right now, probably the funniest person that I've seen on TV or on movies is Kevin Hart. And he's got some good ones out. He did a stand-up show at home during COVID where they allowed a certain amount of people to be in the room. And the name of it was he didn't give two fucks or something like that. But that was a good man. That man makes me laugh. True Story was a good movie by him. Did you see the one where he had to take a dump in the desert and he had a bucket and fucking little tiger cub comes to play with him and he's taking a shit and mama shows up? Man, I'm blessed. I don't know what name you're under, but I know you're watching. And it's time for me to go because it's time for me to start getting into what she's talking about. and get these documents downloaded and printed. And I'll be back in a couple of hours because I'm just going to walk the dogs and get shit printed and start reading. And then I'll be back to explain to y'all what I see. I definitely got to dig deep into what she just sent me because it's dealing with the sale of $800 million of ape. And so that's going to be on tonight's plate. And I'll be talking about that in the morning. And look, if I'm wrong, hey, I'll come back and say, look, it's not that I'm necessarily wrong. And I can point to what the message is. This shit's so confusing. They did this, and went in a big old circle to make it okay. Well, just because they can make it okay don't mean it's okay. We'll talk about that later. But I have to dive deep into what she's saying because I don't want to say anything that's wrong. And I appreciate it because iron sharpens iron, the Bible says. All right. So if one of us knows some information and shares it with the other, then we make the other sharper. It's not like hiding the links where nobody knows where they're at but you. Good night, babe. See y'all tomorrow. Well, then why are you here, Yoshi? That's what we all do. We all just continue to hold. If it's about religion, don't let religion get in the middle of a community. I mean, okay, you don't believe. Okay, fine. If that's the case, I don't know. I'm not keeping up with the chat. But I would not let the fact that somebody still believes in Adam Aaron, I wouldn't let that affect my relationship with them. Not unless I knew for a fact that they knew they were lying. But there are some people that I know that still believe in Adam Aaron. And, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to let that belief interfere with my relationship with you. But if you're a piece of shit and you're lying to people for purpose of lying, oh, yeah, I'm going to call you out. But don't let what you believe about one religion, because I have a belief concerning religion, and some of my very dear friends have an opposite belief, but they're still very dear friends. Bernie Mac was the shit. See, Bernie Mac's part of the reason I grew up the way I did. If you roll up Archie Bunker, Bernie Mac, and a few of these and Fred Sanford all in one, you get CSI in real life. When I say I don't give a fuck, that's basically because I had mentors like Fred Sanford, Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy. I do too. I know nobody does it. And I used to sit here, dude. We're talking about me doing the lives at this time of night. I would sit here and I would click on YouTube and I would update. No new videos. Update. No new videos. Update. No new. I'm like, fuck, nobody's making videos. We just want to connect with somebody. So I said, fuck it. I'll start coming live at midnight. Nobody else does. George Jefferson. If we talk about Archie Bunker, you got to talk about George Jefferson because George Jefferson was his next door neighbor. Today's generation, they couldn't watch Archie Bunker and George Jefferson because them were some racist motherfuckers back then. But it was good, clean humor too. There you go, Zigmod. Me too. I listen to everybody. Listen, if I'm watching Mustache and he's giving out some information and I process that information, I think that's good information. I just learned something from him. He's got a lot to offer. That young man's pretty smart. He just got in with the wrong fucking crowd and he hooked his train to Denaro. But he's starting to wake up. His last video where he's talking about the algos, that right there, Tony's not going to let you talk about that shit on his show. Even though it's true, you're not allowed to talk about it on his show. So they blocked Scavenger, and I don't know why. Yeah, his mouth is moving. I gave y'all ape for free. Now, you got to understand, when he made that statement, he was not speaking to shareholders. He was speaking to potential shareholders in the future, because there's people that are there that are not shareholders. And he's talking about how great of a job he's done. And I gave y'all Ape, and everybody that's new, that don't know him, is going, wow, he's cool as shit. Look at everybody lining up to suck his middle finger. He's got to be cool. So he's talking. When he said, I gave that shit to them for free. And them, and the rest of that comment would be, and them some bitches didn't appreciate it. Pantheon. Pantheon used to be, Pantheon was another one. Late night. Every fucking night I'd have Pantheon on. I'd have Pantheon on because he didn't have a picture. He just put the Citadel up there, or whatever it was called. And the Pantheon up there. And he was a radio broadcast, basically. I'd turn that son of a bitch on my computer, put it as loud as it would go, and I'd go about cleaning the house and listen to Pantheon. I miss those days. South Park. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. That's what's wrong with y'all right there. South Park. Which one of them's got the kid with the fucking football head? Yeah, we just waiting up for it to run up. What the fuck else you gonna do? Stressing over it running up doesn't work, people. Stop talking about that 40%. Now, he gave us them apes. Yeah, okay. Boy, did I get the dick on that. But guess what? I own them bitches, and they can't take them from me unless I let them. And we're fighting our ass off to keep it from happening. It should not be as simple as them deciding they want to take 90% of a motherfucker's shares, and in some cases, 100 to 1 reverse stock split, 75 to 1 reverse. How is that legal for them to do that and take my shares from me? Like I shared with y'all, if I took 10,000 shares of Highcroft and DRS them over there in computer share and just left them there as dividend stocks, 2 splits, and I'd have 100 shares out of 10,000. All my shit's gone. That's robbery. I don't understand how they can do it. Now, I understand you need to get it when you're below $1 and you need to get it over $1 and so forth, so on. But even that, still, that's deception. The stock is not really worth that much. When they do a reverse stock split, do you think AMC is going to be worth $45? Do you think AMC is going to be worth $45? Family Guy has a football head. That's a dirty son of a bitch too. And he wants to take over the world. He reminds me of Mr. Peabody. Wasn't Mr. Peabody the dog? And he had a kid, the scientist kid, and they wanted to take over the world. Exactly. The one for 7.5. But wait a minute, you're not going to have half shares. So what it's going to take is instead of 7.5 and 7.5 being 15, it's going to take 7.5, 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 instead of 7.5, because we're not going to have half shares. But that all gets taken care of in an instant. Ren and Stimpy. My brother used to watch Ren and Stimpy. That's why he's fucked up. He likes Family Guy. That's why he's fucked up. Now, Scooby-Doo, and I posted it today in the Discord, and I would have got away with it if it hadn't have been for them pesky kids, or whatever they used to say. trying to coax one of them up here, but he knows I'm gonna put him in my lap, so he quits. Come on, you want to be on TV? You want to be on TV? Come on, they want to see you. They want to see you. I give this motherfucker all his treats, all his cookies. I feed Fat Albert. Fat Albert was cool. The way they used to talk, one of them used to talk was funny as shit. All right, I'm trying to get him up here for y'all to see, but every time I reach to get him, he hauls ass. He's playing with me. Now Boomer's here, and he's like, "Hey, you playing with that puppy?" Fuck it, he don't want to be on the show tonight, y'all. All right, gotta go. Gotta get ready. Gotta print out this paperwork. Gotta start reading. Gotta go over this text message I just got with a fine-tooth comb, because if this person was to tell me I was wrong, I'm gonna believe her. As long as she could show me, and she did. She got some stuff in there for me to read. All right, gotta go. Love y'all. Be blessed. You got 30 minutes to the bell. See y'all in a little bit.